we'd alternate nightclubs. We go from a straight bar to a gay bar. So one night, Jerry decided to make me up a bit. He wanted me to spruce me up, give me more of a trendy big city look. He would mix and match things for me. He'd tell me to tie my hair back in a ponytail. I had hair back then. Then he'd make me try on these funky cosmetic, Sally Jesse Raphael type glasses. And I thought, this was the 80s after all, and perhaps I looked pretty cool. Then we'd go out to the bars only to realize that I looked too gay for all the stray bars and too darn weird for all the gay bars. Eventually, our little brother Claude, aka Tskun, moved in with us. And the same rule of cold beer and a clean bathroom applied to him as well. Only this time with Claude, we had so much beer in the fridge, you could fit half a bologna sandwich in there. And our basement had empties piled up so high it supported the house. And so we became the Mini Willette family. Jerry was instrumental in landing me a job at the Wellesley Hospital where I met my wife, Nancy. Jerry was my best man at my wedding. Nancy and I would go on to raise 3 boys, and we will celebrate 25 years this October. Jerry, I will always cherish those great memories we had together from Cornwall to Havenbrook Boulevard. I'm sure Mom looked down upon us with a huge smile back then, as she is now here tonight. You kept your promise. You are my best friend, and I'm so proud to have you as my big brother. You taught me how to take care of myself, take care of family, have an open mind, and embrace people's differences. A few years ago, I met Danny, and I soon discovered that we shared a few things in common. We love all kinds of music. We enjoy watching Turner Classic Movies. And most importantly, we will both clamp and dig our fingernails hard into the dashboard and pray for our dear soul when Jerry is driving. On my last trip to Florida, Danny made us feel right at home. We enjoyed a few ball games together, shared a few laughs, and we especially enjoyed your cupboards packed full with junk food. Danny is truly a wonderful person, and I welcome him on behalf of the family with open arms. I'm sure you're going to be happy together, and I speak for everyone here when I say that I wish you both the very best for your future lives together. And so, in closing, when I received your phone call on that cold January evening telling me that you guys were tying the knot, and that I was to be best man, and to top it all off, sing hallelujah at your wedding. This time you didn't have to drag, pull, or push me, and this time there was no hissy fits. This time the honor was all mine. Everyone, please join me by raising your glass. A toast to you both. May your love be modern enough to survive the times, but old-fashioned enough to last forever. Thank you. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Thank you.
To the knees.
Merci.
I'm back. We will now have the Matron of Honor, Pauline Piché-Vaughan, come up to make a toast to the grooms. Pauline?
Oh my God.
Welcome family and friends at Bosco and Danny's exchange of vows. My name is Pauline Piché-Vaughan, one of Bosco's favorite cousins. Everyone attending has a special warm feeling of love for this couple. When you fall in love, it's such a strong feeling that you want to climb on the roof and yell out your joy. Danny and Bosco are bursting at the seams because finally, their commitment to each other is validated publicly in the presence of lifelong dear family and friends. My heart is so appreciative to Danny and Bosco for wanting to share their special day here in Cornwall, for many of us, our hometown. Many arrived by plane and car for Bosco from all over. Bosco's godfather and wife from Sault Ste. Marie, cousins from BC, brothers from GTA, St. Catharines, Hamilton, a multitude of cousins and second cousins, Ottawa, Montreal, Gatineau, even from the States, Boston. Our roots run deep, far and wide. The handsome couple fell in love on,
I don't remember when.
in Texas,
Oh, yeah.
and now make their home in Florida, the Sunshine State, where they both work and play. If you ever accept your invitation to visit their beautiful mansion in the sun, believe me, it is living a dream. And I don't be surprised if when you visit, you find your picture displayed. Last summer, Nancy Elderbroom-Ouellet and I visited Danny and Bosco, his one of the favorite sister-in-laws. Yeah. We were giggling and laughing, and all of a sudden we heard a crashing noise in the living room. It was ma tante Angèle's picture and ma tante Thérèse's picture that flew off the wall and crashed. I guess what I said, they were jealous for not being there. Bosco, Danny told me in confidence that he loved you dearly and that he sees himself grow old with you. I thought that was very touching. Sounds like he wants to spend a lifetime with you. And in legal terms, that means 25 years. I say, I wish you both 2 lifetimes. 50 years. And your godfather, Mike and Monique, that's your inheritance, like a mère and père, to celebrate 50 years. Much love. There you go.
Next, to tell us a little more about Jerry, we have Mike Larkin, his uncle and godfather.
Get him on the mic.
come up to enlighten us on some inside information on Bosco.
Speak, speak, speak. Tell, tell,
Oh,
tell.
past my bedtime. Boss, where have you moved? My old Mike. Past my bedtime. I'm going to be 91 December the 27th. I don't need Viagra. I need a lot of help. Okay, about Bosco. Not much I can tell because everybody spoke about Bosco. A lot was bullshit. I'm trying to tell the truth. It was Bosco, I remember. All son loves their mother. I love my mother. Bosco's grandmother. I come to Cornwall maybe 3-4 times a year. I'll never forget, I came home, there was Bosco rubbing my mother's legs, her feet, with some type of ointment. My mother was way high and diabetic. Then he gave her a freaking needle. What do you call that? Insulin. He was doing that. Of course, we couldn't read the future. And on it went. The first thing you know, he's in Ottawa, whatever, he took a course. I wrote things down because
You got no glasses.
told her that, what the fuck. Yeah, the next big step, his mother got real sick, cancer. He was working in Toronto at the time. He asked for a leave of absence. They couldn't give it to him. You know, they were short. He quit the bloody job to be with his mother. And I remember that. Cecile, my sister. Her and I were, we were like that. He took care of his mother, leave of absence. He wasn't paid 7 days a week, 24 hours a day until she passed away. He did that. Bosco. And then, of course, you know, we're getting older. I'm the Sault Ste. Marie, the other ones over there, whatever the hell they were. And then he organized a family reunion. That was big. You know, the Willette, the she. I'm sorry because I can't remember all things, you know. I'm 91 years old, but the fuck. He did the family reunion with her help. Brenda. She supplied, Brenda and her husband, they supplied the landscaping, you know, right along the St. Mary's River. The Willette, you know. And I truly believe why we're here, Bosco. I truly believe it's not the Larkin, it's not the Pichet, he. What we have here, friends, I met a friend today. I never met her before. But I could tell she was one hell of a nice woman. And so is he. You know, goddamn Willette, sometimes I hate them bastards. Great. So anyway, Bosco, I love you so much. And then one guy, I have to come up with his name. Killer. Killer was here. Are you still here tonight, Killer?
Yes, he is.
No.
You know, he's the black sheep of the family like I was. I love Killer. Because, okay, he's haywire. There's no two ways about it. But at least the respect that kid has, you know, he calls me uncle, you know, he has all kinds of respect. Killer, I love you. I don't care where you are, but I still love you. But now what I have to say is this. Everything's been in English tonight. There's a lot of frogs in here tonight. I got my sister, the nun, she can't understand English. I got my sister, Angel. She can't understand English. We're not too bright, the Frenchmen. So I got to tell a little story in French. It won't be long.
Take your time.
This is a true story. I was maybe eight years old, and my best friend at that time, he was the son of a doctor. Docteur est mort. Ça te rappelles-tu de Docteur est mort? T'es vieille, Anyway. J'étais ami avec Docteur est mort. J'ai été invité par les petits gars, sa mère m'a invité pour aller souper chez eux un samedi soir. Que là, je comptais à ma mère, oh ben mon Dieu, il faut la prendre un bain, moi laver. On n'avait pas de bain, on n'avait pas d'eau chaude, on n'avait rien. On l'a se laver dans le Saint-Laurent. That's the only way we could wash. Anyway, maintenant, ce docteur est mort, puis il y a une belle maison comparée chez nous. C'est le seul enfant. Mon petit chum, son nom, il était Tata. Il s'appelait Tata. Et puis là, je rentre là, puis la petite vieille, elle fait, Madame la docteur, elle fait un beau coup. Puis là, moi, il est poli, il était levé, il est poli. J'ai dit, Madame est morte. Qu'est-ce que c'est de viande que c'est, ça? Elle dit, ça, mon jeune, c'est du canard flambé à la ronde. T'as des chats en pique. Je retourne à la maison, ma mère, comme tu as raison, bien curieuse. C'est qu'il y avait du tapis de Turquie, il y avait des beaux rideaux, c'est tout ça, je suis content, Là, ma mère a dit, samedi prochain, faut que t'invites ton petit chum souper à la maison. Elle va honte en vite. Chez nous, on n'a pas de rideau. On n'avait pas de prolore, on fait des cacarelles longues de même. Il y en avait partout des cacarelles. Alors, j'invite mon chum Tata. Il s'en vient à la maison, lui aussi, il n'a pas dit, comme de non, on mangeait tout ça. Et il dit, Madame Larkin, et c'est donc la bonne viande, ça. Qu'est-ce que viande cassée, ça? Là, ma mère répond, elle dit ça, mon reine, c'est du siffleux flambé à 22.
That was just great. Now, I was wondering if anyone else had anything to say to Bosco and Danny. Please come up to the mic. Anybody else?
I do.
What are you doing here?
I'm tall enough, I don't even have to stand up here.
You better put the mic on.
I'm so proud to be here with you guys. Jerry and I met in 1990. We were both nurse managers at the Wellesley Hospital. Our offices were back to back. We had to go around the hall to talk. Soon after I arrived there, he was already a manager. I was just brand new at it. He came around and introduced himself. And I thought, oh, he's friendly, that's great. Anyway, we very quickly became the best of friends, and I got to meet Denis. And eventually I found out about Claude and got to meet Claude. Anyway, Jerry and I used to enjoy going out to dinners and lunches, etc., along with another group. But then one night, he said, let you and I go bar hopping. I'd never been bar hopping in my life. And we hit a few gay bars. I thought, whoa! I would see these women up here, and I said, those, oh, they're beautiful. Jerry said, they're men. Anyway, I don't have a lot to say, but he taught me the ropes about politics within a hospital. I didn't learn them as well. He knew them much better than me, but at least he gave me some insight into them. Now Jerry comes to visit us. We live way up north in the sticks. He comes and will spend a couple of days, and I do hope that he and Danny will come and visit us. We'd be so delighted to have you. So let's drink to Danny and Jerry and their future life together. I think so. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Wow. I have never shed so many tears all my life as today. You guys, I just like to say, well, thank you all so very much for welcoming me into your family. But anyway, shake it off, you gotta do it Texas style, Danny. Anyway, seriously, thank you guys for welcoming into your family. I felt so welcome when we came home for Jerry's 50th birthday. It was wonderful. Yeah, wow, you guys, you have to come to Florida.
All right.
You have to come to Florida.
Are you paying?
I'm not paying, but I can come and pick you up from the airport. How about that? We have all the beautiful amenities that you could ever think about. Pool, we have our Kelsey, we have a kegerator you can drink 24/7. And by the looks of Jerry and I, we eat very well. But on the serious tip, guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me into your family.
So this is my word of thanks to family and friends for sharing this day with us. I mean, clearly, this is a very special moment for us. There's been a lot of laughter, a lot of tears, but it's all heartfelt, and I'm so happy that you're here. So I want to tell you how I met Danny. You know, I love to cook. So I'm rushing, you know, I'm having friends over for Thanksgiving dinner, and I needed some stuffing. So it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I stop at Albertsons just down the street from where I live. And then I was looking for the stuffing aisle, and I just noticed this beautiful black guy. I said, oh my God, just our eyes just connected. And he came to me, he said, Sir, can I help you? I said, well, I need to go to the stuffing aisle. So he walked me to the stuffing aisle, and we had a conversation. We talked for about 10, 15 minutes, just about life, about cooking and all that stuff. So I said, well, why don't you come over for dinner? You know, because I didn't want to let this one go. So he was working till 11 o'clock at night, but the next day I brought him leftovers of the dinner. And it's the best stuffing I've ever made. Danny's been in my life ever since, and we became soulmates, and I love him to death. But I want to thank you guys for being here.
Hi, I'm short, I have to bring it down every time. I want to thank everybody for listening, and this is the end of our speeches. And I'm going to turn it over to the DJ.
How about a round of applause for Nancy, your MC tonight? A job well done. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our hands together and keep the noise going for your guests of honor, Jerry and Danny. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break. We're going to allow the staff here a moment to clean off.
Jerry's aunt from Montreal. We also have Sister Isabelle Couillard, family friend from Montreal. Mrs. Sally Delorier, family friend from Cornwall. Monique and Mike Larkin. Jerry's aunt and uncle from Sault Ste. Marie. And we have Bob and Eleanor Burns, special friends of Jerry from Apsley, Ontario. Now, we would like to recognize the people that are here from out of town. So the ones that are from the city, just stand up or raise your arms. Toronto, Ontario. Newmarket, Ontario. Apsley, Ontario. St. Catharines, Ontario. Hamilton, Ontario. Sault Ste. Marie. Ottawa, Ontario. Embrun. Osgood, Ontario. Darignan. Montreal. Laval, Québec. Gatineau. Vancouver, BC. Ingleside, Longsault, Cornwall, and Williamstown. And I have Medway, Massachusetts. Australie. Oh, André, c'est ça. Oui, Medley, Massachusetts. USA. Oh oui, Annick de Calgary. Oh, it's Annick's birthday today. We should all sing her happy birthday. DJ, can you put up her happy birthday song?
Please. They say it's your birthday.
Say,
Happy birthday to you.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, a moment's pause for the best man, Denis Whiteette. Are you ready, Denis? As you all know, it is customary for the best man to reveal rare insights into the makeup of the grooms, to share with us the inklings that make our beloved groom Jerry the man he is. In other words, an expose. Ladies and gentlemen, the best man.
Merci Nancy. Salut, bonjour. Good evening, I hope you are enjoying yourselves so far. Hello, I'm Denis, Jerry's little brother and best man. And I'm very sorry to disappoint those of you who thought I was Katie Lang. What we have all witnessed today seemed like an unbelievable dream for these newlyweds. For most of their lives, they wouldn't dare to hope for such a day. Danny and Jerry decided together love was what mattered, not what others thought. But they have only encountered love and support, and no one can argue that there is surely lots of love in this room right here, right now, tonight. So it is customary for the best man to compliment the bride. However, in this case, I will say you both look very handsome tonight. I'm sure Jerry will agree that growing up with 7 brothers was a lot of fun, but not always easy. I could stand here and tell you all kinds of shenanigans that went on at Saint Vincent Prince-Albert. However, this little tale goes back to 1966. The Sound of Music played at the Port Theatre, and You Can't Hurry Love by the Supreme was on CJSS. And I'm just a little brat taking that giant leap to kindergarten, and I didn't want any part of it. So every morning that September, my big brother Bosco, he would drag, pull, and push, and he did whatever it took to get my butt to school. While I would throw the mother of all hissy fits. I'd cry out, "No, no, je ne veux pas aller à l'école, je ne veux pas aller." I was a better actor back then. It sounded like I was being taken to the gallows. You see, at 5 years old, I figured that if I tried hard enough, I could miss my entire schooling and enjoy playing in my backyard for my entire childhood. I called it Freedom 5. So every morning Jerry kept trying, and every morning I made him late for class. Until one day, Jerry dropped me off in front of my class, my kindergarten class, and my teacher, Madame Elston, gently took me in. She would inspire and encourage me to draw, and made me put up with all the other little brats, eventually crushing my retirement plans forever. And for the following years, Jerry and I, we were constant companions, walking back and forth to school, all the way through Jean 23 and La Citadelle. After high school, Jerry pursued a nursing degree while I ventured out west. And for many years, we hardly saw or heard from each other. Jerry moved to Toronto, and I went back to college in Cornwall. When my mom fell ill, Jerry asked me to look after his apartment in Toronto while he nursed her. At first, I was hesitant. I'm thinking, what, me, leave Cornwall? No bloody way. The memories of Jerry dragging me to school popped in my head, then the anxiety kicked in. Do I sense another hissy fit? Jerry is an excellent nurse, and he was doing the family a great deed, and it was a no-brainer for me to take that step and to move to Toronto. And then, on a nice June day, we drove up to Toronto, and he dropped me off in front of his apartment, in the heart of Gay Village, I might add. And then he left me there alone. Months later, when Mom passed, you moved back to Toronto and we got reacquainted. Your first rule was to always have cold beer in the fridge and a clean bathroom because you never know who's going to show up. Okay, fair enough, but keeping cold beer in the fridge was very challenging. And we shared our differences. I made you watch baseball, and you made me watch The Young and the Restless. When Nicky Newman would appear on TV, I would whistle a little cat call, only for you to do the same when Brad walked in. I got you into the music of Steely Dan and Harmonium, and you tried to get me into Donna Summer and the Village People. Now, as for clothing is concerned, it's like comparing Ron McLean to Don Cherry. I kept a modest half garbage bag of clothing, Well, then there's Jerry. We're talking shoes, boots, suits of all kinds, plaid, checkered, pinstripes. We're talking jackets, coats, sweaters, jeans, cords, dress pants, skirts. I mean shirts. We're talking ties, scarves, feather boas, heels, belts, hats, shoes, and more shoes. I thought, no wonder you had to get out of the closet. You had no room left to stay in.